Mr. Phil,
Yes.
how you doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I like the whole beard. You're looking good.
Check me out.
I like it.
Oh man, it's my my stay-at-home beard.
It's a good look, man. You got a good look going on there.
Oh, thanks.
By the way, are you still training or no?
Well, not in the gym because they're not open yet, but hopefully they will be soon. But yeah, just getting after it in the backyard when the weather is decent. We got some weights, but it's nothing like obviously Armbrust Pro Gym. So just doing what we can, trying to pivot, do different things, work on some stretching, and I've been doing the yoga. I'm just trying to do different stuff to keep me going.
That's I bet it's got to be something that's craziness because for you, your office is the gym. If you can't go to the gym,
Yeah, it's
got to drive you nuts.
It can, and initially, I would say it did because you're wondering when we'll be able to go back, and we didn't have that definitive answer. It gives some more hope, but I'm very thankful that I've acquired some mature muscle, and I know you know what I mean by that. So therefore, it doesn't just go away overnight. You acquired this over years of hard training and diet. So the good thing is that I haven't missed any meals, so that's great.
And that's a big part of the game is the meal. So Phil, you're in the world. I mean, I'm in a financial world, and I talk to guys in different industries. How's the fitness? How's the bodybuilding world doing? You're hearing all these articles about 24-hour fitness CEO talking, Gold's Gym, GNC. What can you tell us with the current conditions of the fitness industry?
Well, I believe they got hit harder than what people could ever imagine. There's literally over 150 million gym memberships across the country, and a lot of people, and that it's not 150 million people, it's just people have a lot of memberships to various gyms. They use it to get over depression. They use it for bodybuilding, use it for all different types of therapy. And it's like they took their medicine away. So those gym owners, I can only imagine what's going through the 24-hour fitnesses. We've seen Gold's Gym get affected heavily. I believe they said that they were getting rid of 30 gyms permanently. That's pretty sad to say permanently. Quite a few gyms that I know of throughout the country, gym owners who are also some promoters, they're just like, I wish I would have prepared, because now they're looking at possibly shutting down. So it's been very depressing. A lot of new faces once these gyms reopen. But the problem is that how do we reopen? The distancing, the cleanliness is one thing, but the distancing. And I've talked about it with the Dylan Armbrust, who owns the gym I train at. Are you going to scan everybody's face, with the temperature when they walk in? The answer is yes. Like, how many people can you have there per hour? Are you going to only allow, one person per 5 feet? The question is everybody going to have to wear a mask when they enter the gym? All these things. And it's very interesting, but the supplement industry has definitely been impacted, obviously with, I have my company, Phil Heath Labs, and I would say the international business of everything is very, very troublesome at this point. Because just because we're reopening doesn't mean the rest of the world is.
In the world of bodybuilding, the brand exists because there's bodybuilders out there that are training tirelessly, diet, all the stuff they got to put their bodies through. Without those bodybuilders, there is no brand. So they got to remember who the talent is. I hope he continues doing that. So look, question everyone's asking me. They're saying, Pat, rumor has it in the streets you're good friends with Phil Heath. I said, first of all, let's just say it is a rumor we're good friends. What's wrong with that rumor? There's nothing wrong with being friends with Phil Heath. But Phil, are you going to compete in Mr. Olympia or Athleticon?
Well, right now, we can't even really get into the gym right now. So, I definitely feel like those are two events that spark a lot of interest. I've never competed at Athleticon. I think for me, it's more like, how do I align life in itself with business and obviously my personal life, and then the desire to want to compete again, because I got a taste of not doing it, and there was parts of it that I liked, and there's parts of it that I didn't like. So I think a better answer would come when we get through this phase one, and be back into business and kind of see, like, because Pat, I was standing on your doorstep and I told you what I wanted to do. I was like, I'm not competing. I'm going to do TV and film. I want to be a Hollywood star. I want to be the next Dwayne Johnson.
Yep.
I want to do all that stuff. And you're like, Phil, compete. Like, you're the legend, this and that. But I feel like that part of last year, we started that process of transitioning away. And that takes a lot of time and effort. But with Hollywood not filming right now, and with bodybuilding shows not happening right now, it's kind of like at a standstill. So you kind of have a time to not relax, but to kind of look around and say, okay, gym, there's no gym. Okay, there's no show. What? But once all that stuff kind of calms down, I feel like everything is going to kind of merge and kind of figure it out on its own. And then once that happens, I feel like a decision has to be made. I will do this. I will not leave the fans hanging. That's for sure. When there's a time where I can make a decision, I'm going to say yes, or I'm going to say no. I'm not going to drag it out, because I don't think that's okay. Because no one likes holdouts from athletes with contracts. They definitely ain't going to like it with a 7-time champ.
Realistically, you could be a first double-digit Mr. Olympia champion. But I also understand, by the way, I posted a comment right here. I'm curious to know what you guys are saying. Maybe he's going to take your counsel. Should Phil Heath compete in Athleticon or Mr. Olympia? Comment below. I'm sure he's going to get a chance to watch some of the comments. Should he compete in Mr. Olympia and go for 8 times, tying Lee Haney and Ronnie, and maybe going for 9 times, first ever? Or should he just say, look, man, I'm going to go pursue Danny Garcia, Dwayne Johnson, Hollywood. I got the looks, I got the eyes, I've got a physique. I can go out there and run a bunch of movies, get paid millions of dollars, and not just for a few $100,000. Comment below. Tell us which one you're thinking he should go for. And keep inviting these Mr. Olympia talent, the bodybuilders, on here to listen as well. But, for me, the question I have is, say if coronavirus wasn't going on and the shutdown wasn't going on. Say it wasn't going on. Were you getting ready to compete? Like, were you, because it's pretty obvious to kind of see you can only hide so much. You look really good. Like, were you kind of planning on saying, I'm going to be ready. If I go this way and compete Athleticon, I'm ready for that. If I go Mr. Olympia, I'm ready for, are you kind of in that state right now?
Going into this year, well, let me backtrack. So in December, I turned 40, and I remember I was like, you know what? I want to write down some goals and this and that. And I was like, not trying to take the quote last dance, but like one more ride. And I was like, question mark in my notepad. I was like, one more ride. And I was like, if you could only do it one time, like, would you do it one time? Because that's because of the other endeavors that I'd have. We just have to make sure that the scheduling, everything will have to be in alignment, because I have functioned out of chaos many times getting ready for the Olympia, and it's not always fun. And I thought, well, if I had a chance to make it work for myself, because I'm the one that has to go in the gym, I'm the one that has to do all that stuff. I was like, well, if everything came together, it's kind of like a no-brainer because it's less stress. Why wouldn't you? But here we are, 2020, getting our asses kicked, but yeah, leading into the show, into this year, at the beginning of the year, I was like, wow, like, this would be kind of cool. Let's see what my weight could get up to. Because I didn't really push it hard last year, because if I can't get to a certain level, I'm not going to expect my muscles to look a certain way, because let's face it, everybody else is still climbing a mountain. For me, it's like a legacy. And you don't want to tarnish it because you're not ready. And but yeah, that was really my mindset. And I almost hit you up. I think I texted you just saying, like, man, I was really, before all this happened, I was kind of leaning toward, talking to Danny about, like, maybe that could be a possibility. It was more like maybe, like not like last year where it was like kind of like hell no. It was more like, well, what would that look like? Because being away from the stage for so, I only do one show a year, so that's a long time for me to not be on a stage. I would hope that if things could align, like I would do one more, because I would love to, give the fans something, at least one more time, at least one. But like I said, I mean, if Hollywood called me up tomorrow, and that's the hard part, right? If Hollywood said, "Hey, Phil, we got you in this new action film, this and that and the other," it's going to require you to be on set for 6-7 months, or you can go do the Olympia that you've already won. Which one are you going to choose? I'm like, well, I was already transitioning away, so I choose the film. But if there was a way to do both, I'd have to just, because we all want the best of everything. So, I think I'm personally, I feel like I deserve that, because I've done the work. But
Absolutely.
just have to wait and see.
Yeah. 7 years. Are you choose,